Welcome back to the channel. If you like our videos, make sure you like and subscribe to them. In this video, we're going to look at the basic features of text in Adobe Illustrator. First, by selecting the text tool and just clicking, it'll create a text line on the screen. This line will just go on and on forever. If we click and drag with the mouse, we'll create a box, and within this box, our text will be confined. So we can continue to type. I'll repaste all of those welcomes, and they will fill the box. Depending on the size of the box, will determine where the text is placed. Now let's look at this text box. This text box is just filled with a bunch of text called text in a box. The bigger we make the text, the less we see. We can align the text to the left, the center, or the right. If you notice on the bottom corner of the box, there's this little plus sign because there's more text in there than what is appearing. If we click on that plus sign, we can create another text box that will flow the text from the first box into the second box. So if I make this just a little bit bigger, and the first one, as I change its size, you can see the amount of text in the second box will increase or decrease depending on the size of the box on the left. In this next text box, we'll look at how the area type tool works. I'll make the box a little bit bigger. And we can see that we can align the text to be in the middle of that box, the bottom of the box, or spread out through the entire box. By looking at the additional controls, one of the handy ones in here is to add columns. With your text, you may also want to write on a path. So under the text tool, there's a path command, and by clicking on any path, it can be a line, a circle, a shape. There's a bunch of text to a path options under the type menu. Depending on what you're doing will be the effect that you're looking for. So whether it's rainbow, skew, 3D ribbon, staircase, or gravity will depend on the look that you're looking for. The path alignment will show where the text is being aligned relative to the path that you created. So whether it's above, below, on the line, or in the center of the line will all, again, depend on how your graphic is set up. We'll look at another example of text on a path using a circle. Circles are very common in logos, and we use them all of the time. In this example, we've just typed some text above, and if we zoom in, we can see a starting point, ending point, and a middle point to our text path. By just grabbing the end, I'm going to move the end point to the halfway point and the starting point to the middle point of the circle. This is one way to justify the text so that it lines up in the middle. I'm not keen on this text here, so I'm just going to change it. Looks a little bit better. In this next example, we'll look at how we can also add text to an area. So just like in the previous one where we created a rectangle for the text box to fill, we can also have an abstract shape. It could be a circle, it could be a star, it could be any shape that we create, and inside that shape we can add text. If I just reduce down the size, you'll see how the text loops around the edge of that shape. And just like the rectangle text, if we have more text than what fills in the box, it'll create a little plus sign at the bottom corner and then allow us to create another area that text can extend to. So like I said, text can go into any shape. Here we have our runner. And if we click inside our runner will also fill with text. Lastly, we'll look at this text and we'll convert it to an outline. When converting text to an outline, it is no longer editable as text. So if you made a typo, you'll have to start over. However, if we ungroup it, we can move the text around. We can see all of the anchor points, and at this point, our text is simply just a shape, and we can modify it the exact same way we modify any shape. We can use all the same tools that we use with shapes since it is a shape, and in this case here, I'm going to use the Shape Builder tool to subtract the parts that overlap to make them transparent. That's it. That's a quick overview of the text tools in Illustrator and how to use them. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel.